Welcome to the Eggs Invest podcast series, where we explore smart, practical strategies for successful residential property investment across the UK. I'm Anna, your host here at Eggs Invest, and today we're setting the foundation. Now, whether you're just curious about real estate or seriously considering your first buy-to-let, this episode is all about understanding the lay of the land and figuring out where you fit into it. So, let's start with the basics. The UK property market isn't just made up of flats and semi-detached homes in London, although those do get the spotlight. Across the UK, you'll find everything from city centre apartments and Victorian terraces to new builds in commuter towns and even rural cottages in growing tourist areas. Each of these comes with different price points, risks, and opportunities. And it's not just about what type of property you buy, it's where you buy, why you buy, and how long you plan to hold it. Residential property can serve a variety of goals, from monthly cash flow to long-term appreciation, or even just securing a place for retirement later on. One of the great things about the UK market is its diversity. You have student accommodation, family homes, HMO conversions, serviced accommodation, and more. Each type meets a different kind of tenant demand, and knowing what suits your goals is key. Now let's talk about the upside. Residential real estate in the UK has long been considered a relatively stable investment. Why? Because people always need places to live. When done right, property can provide both steady rental income and long-term growth in value. With the right property in the right area, your rental income can often cover your mortgage and still leave a monthly surplus. That's your cash flow. And over time, as property values increase and you pay down your mortgage, you build equity. That's the classic buy and hold strategy, and it still works when you're strategic about it. Another benefit: leverage. You don't need to pay 100% upfront. With a mortgage, your initial investment might just be 20 to 25% of the property's value, yet you benefit from gains on the entire property. Also, let's not forget the potential tax benefits and how property can play a part in inheritance planning or building generational wealth. Of course, it's not all smooth sailing. The UK property market has its share of complexities and risks. There are upfront costs, like stamp duty, solicitor fees, and mortgage setup charges. And if you're letting a property, you're not just collecting rent, you're managing repairs, legal responsibilities, tenant relationships, and compliance with regulations like gas safety, IPCS, and licensing. Vacancy periods. Those happen. And sometimes tenants don't pay on time, or at all. You need to factor in these possibilities in your planning and cash reserves. Then there's the broader market. Interest rates, housing supply, local economies, they all play a role. And especially in recent years, we've seen how government policy, tax changes, and economic uncertainty can influence investor confidence. But here's the thing: every investment carries risk. The key is being informed and prepared, not discouraged. Despite the challenges, property remains one of the most popular ways to build long-term wealth in the UK. Why? Because it's tangible. You can see it, improve it, rent it, refinance it. And unlike stocks, it's not just numbers on a screen. It's an asset that can provide both financial returns and personal satisfaction. For many investors, especially first-timers, that tangible nature gives a sense of control and connection that other investments might not offer. And if you're consistent, even starting with one property, you can build a portfolio over time that supports your financial goals. That could mean financial freedom, early retirement, or simply creating a safety net for the future. Before we wrap up, I just want to say this. Getting into property doesn't mean you need to have everything figured out from day one. But taking time to understand the landscape, the types of residential property, the pros and cons, and your personal goals, gives you a serious head start. So whether you're just getting curious or already eyeing your first property listing, you're in the right place. We'll keep breaking things down step by step in this series to help you move forward with clarity and confidence. Thanks for tuning into the Eggs Invest podcast. If you found this episode helpful, go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss what's next. We'll be diving deeper into strategy, financing, location choices, and so much more. I'm Anna, and I'll catch you in the next one.